What is up, Ninja? OJ over here from PlayerEssence, and welcome to the PE Nintendo Switch and Gaming News video. I want to first and foremost say thank you to everyone who's hopped on and joined in as far as my village here, subscribe to the channel, but please make sure you actually manually check out my channel. It seems like YouTube, there's a little bit of a bug. Notifications aren't going out to people as far as my videos go up, and one thing that you have to know on this channel, you're always going to be getting a ton of content coming to your sub box, and if you're missing out on those, you need to make sure that you check out my actual page. So actually go to PlayerEssence and check out the page on there and make sure you see what videos that I've done, because I do 4 videos a day. So now that we got that out of the way, make sure you guys just check. Also hit the bell notification. So let's go ahead and get right into this news video here. Final Fantasy 15 Assassin's Creed themed free DLC Assassin's Festival has been announced, and it runs from August 31st to January 31st. Square Enix and Ubisoft have announced a collaboration between Final Fantasy 15 and Assassin's Creed Origins in the form of Final Fantasy 15 downloadable content Assassin's Festival, which will launch as a free limited time event on August 31st and run through January 31st. The event will see Assassin's Festival overtake the town of Lestalium. I think I said that wrong, probably. It features gameplay elements from Assassin's Creed series, mini-games, and a chance to obtain exclusive items such as the Medjay Assassin's Robes for Noctis, Gladius, and Ignis. The Master Assassin's Robes for Noctis can also be obtained via the Dream Egg, a special item from the Moogle Chocobo Carnival, which is currently ongoing and scheduled to end in late September. Final Fantasy 15 is available now for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and will launch for the PC in early 2018. And of course, you can check out the trailer here. So this is very interesting and somewhat unexpected. I didn't think that there would be some type of crossover between Final Fantasy and Assassin's Creed, but at the same time, you have to look at where Square Enix is with this game, Final Fantasy 15. And it definitely underperformed when it came to review scores and when it came to sales. Now, I personally myself loved the game. I think I gave it my game of the year in 2016. I thought it was amazing. It was a good RPG. There was some great stuff about the game. There was very ambitious goals that they have for it, and it performs pretty well. I think that there's a lot of great things. Now, there's some issues with the game, obviously, just like any other game out there. There's definitely some issues, but overall, I thought it was a good game. But I see what they're trying to do with this festival DLC or Assassin's Creed and all of that. Obviously, the game that's in position to benefit from this the most is Final Fantasy, since that game is already out. Assassin's Creed is a far more popular game at this point as far as the franchise goes than Final Fantasy. Now, Final Fantasy is well known, but when you talk about sales-wise, Assassin's Creed games usually do better than what Final Fantasy has been putting out lately. So I can see why Square Enix, especially with the sales of Final Fantasy 15 at this point, definitely not hitting. I don't think it's hit their sales targets so far. We haven't heard anything about that. I know the Xbox One version definitely underperformed. The PlayStation 4 version did better, and we need to see how the PC version does, but they definitely need to pick things up a little bit. So I can see why they would want to pair up with such a popular franchise such as Assassin's Creed in order to get more people interested in Final Fantasy 15, which is cheaper at this point. But I do feel that it probably should be selling better than what it's been doing so far, considering how long the game was in development and everything that was going on. So this is definitely something for them to try to get back into it, pique some interest of the Assassin's Creed fans, and we'll see if it works. I'm not sure. Assassin's Creed is a very different style of game. The type of people who like that game are very different from Final Fantasy for the most part. So we'll see how many people enjoy it, see how many people pick up the game, and if it actually boosts sales. But overall, it's a free update, so that's cool. There's nothing wrong with the free update there. So if you want to check it out, you can definitely check it out. I know I have the Xbox One version of the game, so I'll probably see what's going down. But once again, I'm not the biggest fan of Assassin's Creed, so I'm not sitting here chomping at the bit to play some Assassin's Creed Final Fantasy. I never would have thought that they even need to do that. So we'll see what happens. But overall, what do you guys think about this DLC? Will you be picking it up? Let me know in the comment section below. Alright, and moving on to the next article here. Metroid Samus Returns gets a brand new overview trailer, and holy smokes, is it good. Metroid 2, the reimagining, is due out on September 15th as well. So Nintendo has released a 4-minute overview trailer for Metroid Samus Returns on the Nintendo 3DS. And I just do want to say real quick, guys, before we get into this game can run on the regular 3DS, it can run on the 2DS, it can run on pretty much every version of the Nintendo 3DS. I know my brother asked me about that, saying, oh, well, I can't get this game because you need a new Nintendo 3DS. No, that is not the case. This game you can play on any 2DS, 3DS, anything like like that, although they haven't detailed if there's any differences or performance gains from running it on a new Nintendo 3DS. But anyway, let's get into more of this article here. So the trailer does introduce Samus Aran and her abilities, as well as the game's amiibo functionality. Now, Mercury Steam developed this game, and it is a reimagining of Metroid 2 Return to Samus, featuring a wealth of new content, including a new set of abilities, a powerful melee counterattack, and a 360-degree free aim mode that you can do in it. Metroid Samus Returns will launch on the Nintendo 3DS, remember, any type of 3DS, 2DS, on September 15th, and of course you guys are checking out the trailer here. And the most intriguing thing about this game to me is definitely the new content that they're adding in. I love the melee stuff. I love the 360-degree free aiming. That stuff is really cool. I absolutely love that because you can really just kind of aim and pick your spots. They also have that little red sight that goes live, like when you're right there shooting. And I never played Metroid 2 enough. I think, like I said once before, I played it like at a friend, like brought the game to like school, and I think I played a little bit and then died. I got like sucked up by a Metroid and died. So I'm looking forward to this here, and I'm looking forward to all the extra content that they're doing. I did get to pre-order the amiibo. I have the squishy Metroid amiibo in addition to the Samus Aran amiibo where she's just like that. So I'll be experiencing any type of extra content or anything in there. But once again, I do understand some people are still frustrated, but from what I understand, as far as the fusion mode, that is an additional mode on top of an already hard mode that they do have in the game. So I still feel that it's going to be a great title no matter what you decide to do, or if you do have the amiibo or not. And once again, this Metroid game, we really need to buy it. We really need to buy it. It's kind of a do or die for Metroid when it comes to 2D Metroids. If you want to see more of them, you better pick it up. And I think Nintendo will put a lot of care into this one along with Mercury Steam to make sure it's a high quality title with a lot of new content. The graphics, of course, over the original look so much better, going from the Game Boy to the Nintendo 3DS. Obviously, you're going to have a lot better look to it, but just how it animates, just everything, the fidelity of the game is impressive. Better than a lot of current generation games right now on the most up-to-date systems. The animations in this game are so fluid. How Samus moves, runs, jumps, climbs. It looks absolutely phenomenal. Mercury Steam and Nintendo did a bang-up job on it. So I'm looking forward to this game, and I want to know what you guys think about it. Let me know. Are you going to be picking up Metroid Samus Returns on the Nintendo 3DS this September? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, and moving on to the last article here. We finally got some new details on Lost Sphear for the Nintendo Switch. So we've got details on the Jigen Empire, related characters, obtaining memories, and artifacts. Plus we got a brand new look at the game's world and its largest country. So Square Enix has released new information and screenshots on Lost Sphear, introducing the Jigen Empire and characters Zemlord, Graldia, is it Galdia? Galdra? There we go. Galdra's Volko suit, and how to obtain memories and artifacts. So we're going to go over a little bit of this information, not everything. So let's talk about the Jigen Empire first, and that's the world size. So the world's largest country, its territory makes up half of the world in the game. While it is a military nation that has assertively adopted a mechanical culture, it is by no means a country in which military affairs are considered top priority, and has a government that aims to enrich the lives of its people. So that's interesting. So the Empire's capital city is Wat, and it's divided into 3 areas that you'll be able to explore in the game. You have the Royal Palace, you have a huge airship at the base of the Imperial Army, plus you've got some brand new characters. You have the Zemlord, age 40, and he is the Imperial Prime Minister of Jigen, who has an absolute confidence of the Emperor. He's strict on himself as well as others and is feared by many, but has an overwhelming support of both people of the Empire and the Imperial Army, so it can be even said that he is a real leader of the Jigen Empire. He thinks priority should be given to what can be done to enrich the lives of the people of the Empire, and as a crisis approaches the Empire, will take whatever means necessary to protect the Empire without hesitation. While he considers the existence of Kanata to be hope, Kanata's existence also is a realization of his own powerlessness. So Kanata, of course, is the main character who can really bring back the memories and bring back the hopes of the people as far as what's going on in the game. And I've said this many times before, I'm actually really excited about this. This is from the developers who did I Am Setsuna. This is Tokyo RPG Factory. They were built to make these old school Super Nintendo styled RPGs, PlayStation 1 styled ones. And although the art style is definitely not my favorite, I really don't like the art style of the I Am Setsuna and Lost Sphear games. I think the gameplay definitely is something something that I'm going to be interested in. They've had a number of additions in order to make the game better, and it looks like from story-wise, they're doing a lot better job. I think I Am Setsuna's setting necessarily wasn't the most favorable out there. People do kind of like that militaristic slash country feel of the games, whether it's Chrono Trigger, whether it's the other games, Secret of Mana. There's been other ones that really have that big empire feel than the small town feel, and I think I Am Setsuna kind of was lost and didn't have that. So I think a lot more people are going to be interested in this game, Lost Sphear, over I Am Setsuna. Plus it's their second game. They can really fix some of the issues with the battle system and as far as what they're going to do with that. And based on what I've seen so far, moving around freely, some of the dual attacks, triple attacks, stuff like that you can do, I think it's going to be very good. Now, will they ever reach the pinnacle of those 16-bit RPGs? That's going to be hard to say just because we're not in that time period anymore. But I'm totally down for someone trying, and I can commend Square Enix for putting out this type of team to make this type of game, because it kind of speaks to guys like me, especially if you're in your mid-20s to 30s, 40s, somewhere in that range, then you grew up playing these games. So it's good to see at least one publisher, one developer really want to make that style and have the spirit of Chrono Trigger and those old school games live on. So we'll see if it actually lives up to that somewhat, but overall I'm just expecting a great old school experience, and I think it will deliver upon that. Alright guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps us spread the content of PlayerEssence across the interwebs in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon page. Pledge any tier and be entered to win some awesome prizes each month. In addition to that, we have Discord voice chat and $10 prize eShop tournaments for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Splatoon 2, and more. So support PE Live and PE Arena right here on PlayerEssence. Also, make sure you hit that like button if you did like this video. Let me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for the latest news, reviews, discussions, and more. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you again for the next video. Peace!